In the hollow where the shadows fall, we gather round, we hear the call. Liquid fire from the mountain's hand burns like truth, but it tastes like sand. Oh, it sure feels right at the end of the day. Drink it up, let the story stay. The creek laughs low, the fire cracks loud. We lose ourselves in a moonlit crowd. So thick it hums and sings, a slow dance wrapped in unseen strings, clear as glass, but it bites like a snake, sharp and cold, every breath we take. Oh, the stars know our sins tonight. Set that burn till the world spins right. The creek laughs low, the fire cracks loud. We lose ourselves in a moonlit crowd.
Well, good morning, America. Hello, welcome. Why is that such a big picture of me? Thank you. No, that's better. Hello, welcome. Who have we got in the house? Oh, hello, welcome. I don't think I've seen you in chat before, Martha. What is it? Martha Mitchell effect. Welcome. I haven't seen you before either, Miss Lemaster. Stranger danger. How are you, sweet cheeks? Staying warm. You've got some nasty weather. Oh dear, got a few emails coming through. Got some nasty weather headed your way. I hear. Up there in Kentucky. Whereabouts are you from, Martha Mitchell? Let us know in chat where you're all coming from, so that I can see how diverse our audience is. Just for shits and gigs, because we can. You're getting ready to get. Oh yeah, 15 inches of snow and ice. Never lived there. No. Yeah, they've got some nasty storm front coming in on Saturday, apparently. It's not nice. Not nice at all. Are you prepared for it, Tricia? Like you're battened down the hatches and charged up all your batteries and put some water supplies somewhere. Definitely power outages, you reckon? So, Crossville, Tennessee, the unsolved murder capital. Is it really? Tennessee. How far away from Kentucky is Tennessee? Tennessee's down south, isn't it? Because if you can't tell by the true blue accent, I'm from down under. The land down under. All right. Anyway, sorry. I digress. welcome. If you haven't been here before, I'm Jody. This is The Defence Rests. And today we're doing an extra edition, actually. We normally do a Sunday night. Sorry, I get confused with the time change. It's Monday lunchtime when we do the stream, but it streams Sunday night in the US. So we do a regular Sunday night stream with Tyra and Brandy from Letcher County, who are survivors of the Mickey Stines, Judge Mullins fiasco, and now victim advocates, and all sorts of all the things basically in Letcher County. They're doing so much for all the other victims that are coming forward now and giving, providing resources and support. So they're just amazing. So if you do, it would be great if you could reach out. I will pop there. They'll be with us shortly, but I'll pop there. That's their QR code in the top right-hand corner. Right. Got to work it backwards. There, that one. I have no idea. I've never heard her name, doll. Yeah, that's their QR code for their channel. So reach out, give them a like and a sub, give them the YouTube love. We dual stream, so you'll find this stream on both of our channels, and you're free to watch it wherever you would like and share as much as you like. So Tennessee is 2 hours from Letcher County in Kentucky and leads to the corrupt sheriffs. Oh, look, from what I'm hearing, it's not just Letcher County, it's almost Kentucky wide, unfortunately, and it's ingrained. It's ingrained. 20 years plus. Look where Mickey was going to retire on late. Oh, was he? Okay. How old is Mickey? Is he, what, in his 50s or? Never actually thought of that. Former Sheriff Odie, Shoup, Sparta, Tennessee, hides in Kentucky now from, yeah. Well, Kentucky's the place to hide, apparently, to go to. Everyone else is there. Every dodgy one else is there. So whilst we're waiting for, so just recapping. In the Sabrina Atkins Benfield's case, there was apparently 3 defendants, not just the 2, and eventually just the 1, because Jennifer Hill had met an untimely demise before the trial, funnily enough. So it was only Sabrina that actually, I think, went to court and in the criminal case, and that's why Ben spent the whole 6 months in he's only 43, and he was planning his retirement already. What was I saying? Sabrina, yes. So there was a third person in that case called Brianna, and I have no idea. Oh, and just in time to save the day. Hello, my darling.
Hey, pretty lady.
Surprise, we're live.
We're live.
I can't believe Ty didn't tell you.
I thought it was 10 o'clock tonight, so
Yeah.
I was like,
I sent you a couple of emails with the links and shit. Yeah.
let me turn it up. I couldn't hear you hardly.
I did send you a couple of emails with the link and stuff. So,
Jody, I can't hear you very well. I don't know if it's my phone or.
All right, I'll turn up my mic. Hang on.
Okay.
Audio. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better.
Sweet. There you go. Martha Mitchell says, howdy, lady. Miss
Hi,
Brandy.
everybody.
That is Teresia.
Good morning, Teresa.
She's awesome, isn't she? She loves you guys just as much as I do. Probably more, because she's in Kentucky. Now, did you end up finding anything on Brianna? You know, like for her depot?
What was we going to look at, or?
Brianna's depot, the audio version, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Did you end up finding a copy of it or not?
Well, I sent you a video that I think has it in it, because I think a lot of that stuff was like redacted. But I'm not sure.
They redacted it.
I don't know. I always wondered that, because there was a difference. Like they said Jennifer's name, Sabrina's name, but her name had been redacted and kind of left out of it. So I'm not sure why, but I think her name got put out there when it wasn't supposed to. So
did she actually follow through with the lawsuit with Sabrina or not?
I'm not sure. Ty would probably know more about that than I would.
Kitty, hello.
As soon as I get on, she comes over and.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, what's her name?
This is Toothless. When she was born, she looked just like that little dragon. So.
Can you see mine? Where is he? The white spot there. There. On the bed. That's one.
She's spoiled. But she sits right with me every time I get on live.
Yep.
So she
go live.
wants to be part of the show too.
Yep. I've got my Felix, who the second that I start going live, he wants my attention, and then every half an hour he's like up on the desk going, "Mum, mum, mum," and you see
that's the way she is. As soon as that live button goes on, she comes over and wants to investigate what. Because usually I'm quiet, so if I start talking, she kind of comes around like, "What are you doing?"
All right, so the depot was streamed on Hillbilly, was it? Is that what you said?
I think so. She was talking about she was doing. I think it was like of Easter's notes, and but it had like her statement in it right at the beginning. She read her statement, but she refers to her as redacted in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Like I said, I never figured that out. I don't know if it was a separate kind of lawsuit or where she had a different attorney than the other ones. I really don't know the circumstances of, but they had redacted her name, out of it. And so I never really caught a reason why. So
she's still alive, isn't she?
Yeah.
I'm just searching for that. There it is.
I told them back in the summer I had, her and she'd come by. So I had her and Ty and my oldest one in the room together. And I said, y'all don't know how good it is to see you all like together and sober and, having, she's got her own place and, they're all doing good, compared to what they were like, maybe 10 years ago.
You're talking about Sabrina and Jennifer and
Brianna.
And Brianna,
yeah.
So why wasn't she ever mentioned as a defendant?
I don't know. Like I said, I think her name was kind of put out there.
So we're not her full name. Is that the go?
Because like I said, most of her thing, anytime they talk about redacted, that I believe that's her. And
okay.
So
we can't mention her last name, just so I know. Yeah. Is that the go? Yeah.
I usually just say Bree, and
Okay.
and you know,
Fair enough.
because you know these girls have been through so much as it is,
Oh, yeah. And
you
I
know.
don't want to
and
give
so
information.
yeah, I
shouldn't.
try to keep as much of their dignity, you know, that you know, because they never had any, you know,
No, still
it
don't.
got stolen from them, you know, and so you know, I don't.
One thing that they can control. Good. And we should respect that.
And she was in that group of kids too. So I mean, you know, bless their hearts, every one of them's got a story and a half.
Yeah. Do you still keep in touch with her?
Not a whole lot. Like, you know, back in the summer when everything was going on, you know, kind of started coming out and things, you know. Like I said, she'd stop by here and I'd seen her a couple of times. So, but you know, they, like I said, that it's nice to see them, you know, all they have settled, you know, and you know, she had to leave home too, you know, so it's like they get out of Letcher County, and the spell's broke, you know, and they can have somewhat of a kind of normal, you know, life. And but you know, it's sad they have to leave home to do that. They shouldn't have to.
Too, isn't it?
Huh?
That's what happened to your son as well. He had to leave.
Yeah. We just the flood actually was the prompter to get us out of there, and it took everything, and you know, we didn't have the clothes on our back is what we got. So you know, it was kind of like maybe we need to start fresh somewhere else. And
in hindsight, you should have.
Should have done it a long time ago, but you know, I wouldn't have met all the people I've met and had the experiences I've had, and you know, so it worked out the way it's supposed to, I guess.
Yeah, the universe will balance it out somehow, hopefully, and hopefully karma is a bitch to every single one of those bastards.
Yeah, today's my oldest one's birthday. He turned 34 today. So, you know, and it's sad because I think back, you know, 20 years ago was when it all started for him, you know.
Oh, it's my brother's birthday today.
Oh.
Actually, no, it's the 22nd where you are, isn't it? It's 23rd where I am.
At 22nd, yeah.
Yeah, so they're not the same.
I was 17, still in high school. When I had him, I was scared to death.
Everywhere.
But we made it.
So my brother will be 52.
Oh, he's my age. I'll be 52 in March. So
I'm older than you. I'm older than both of you. I'm the old chook. I feel it too. Let me give you the tip.
I feel about 80.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Anyway, it happens. Now, apparently, Tyre texted me a couple of hours ago. There's some update on ARC, is there?
I had seen something this morning.
Where was it?
Let's see if I can find it.
Morning, a diamond in the sticks. Welcome. Thank
Hi,
you.
Diamond. Let me see if I can find it.
How good is that thumbnail? Yeah? Yeah. I started off with this here. Ooh, I'll have to move us off the stage. Hang
Where did I see that at this morning? I know I seen it.
So yes, I started.
It's see, Judge George B. Daniels dropped a temporary restraining order that locks down the finances of Addiction Recovery Care LLC ARC, while an arbitration plays out the details are explosive. Based on sworn declarations filed January 12th, 2026, Anthony Candido and Robert Weintraub, I want to say Trop, plus exhibits a petition and legal memorandum. The court didn't mince words. You want me to send it to you that way?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send it to you, and that way, because I'm not, I don't read very good anymore.
No, me either. And
my vision is awful, so.
There's also an update from the Supreme Court in the Mickey Stines, the judge recusal.
I'll find that one and send it to you too.
I got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Yep, it's ready. I'm about to bring it up for you. It's not a big one. It's only a little doc. There we go. Supreme Court of Kentucky. Here's one I prepared earlier. Sometimes I'm organised. All right, let's get rid of that for a second. All right. I, Catherine Bing, Clerk of the Supreme Court of Kentucky, hereby certify that the order remaining entered in RE Commonwealth of Kentucky v. Shawn Stines, Letcher Circuit Court, case number blah, on January 20th, consisting of 3 pages. Oh, Lord. Yeah, okay. Let's get to the real shit, shall we? This matter is before the Deputy Chief Justice upon the motion of Defendant Shawn Stines, which seeks to disqualify the Honourable Christopher Cohron. Honourable? If he was honourable, he wouldn't have accepted the fucking thing in the first place.
He would have said, hey, there's
I know, sorry, conflict.
You know, don't want that, but, you know, that would have made a name for him, a big one, if he would have been the judge over that case, I think.
The rest of the kids. Oh, hey, Tan.
Hey.
Crazy lady in the background.
I'm sorry,
Special Judge, on December 29th, Mr. Stines filed, do you know what? Did you see that timeline? So we broke that story about him being in the same mental health thingy on the 24th of December.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Hillbilly did it the following day.
Yeah.
Then the defense sent their my brain. They filed their motion on the 29th.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to know the dirt, this is where you find it. First hand, my friends.
We get it quick.
Yeah. Yep, the grapevine, the Letcher County grapevine. Good morning, Christine. I've got you all playing. I'm cleaning the kitchen. No worries. Can you come and clean mine when you're done? I don't know where. Can you give Tyre a text? She's not answered my
She ain't mine either.
Hey?
Huh, what? She's got her days and nights mixed up. Her husband, he changed his work schedule. Me and her have been off with our times. Like, I get up in the mornings and I'm up all day. And then by 6 or 7, I'm kind of winding down and she's just starting. So it's been rough to get our schedules together.
Yeah. On Monday, we did the 3-hour stream, and then we were talking backstage for the next 4.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah.
My phone died on me. It went dead and I thought, oh no.
Well, we spent 2 hours talking about magic mushrooms.
Well, that works.
She requested a morning one. So, and I know she's been on. She's posted 2 shorts this morning with her kitty cat, the ginger one.
Yeah, she was up this morning. I talked to her earlier, but I've tried to message her and stuff.
And she didn't even say, I'll see you on stream tonight, to this morning, later.
Well, she told me, she said, we got to stream with Jody at 10. And I said, that's kind of late, but okay. So I thought it was tonight. So I don't think she's seen or paid attention to, when I thought it was late. So
Ding dong. What's that? You'll see where. Oh, hang on. Where's my mouse gone? You'll see where they arrested an employee at the Letcher County Jail for contraband.
Yes, we had that too happen. We
Wow.
also had an attempted escape almost happen too.
Over the last couple of days.
Oh yeah, day before yesterday, a guard they have where they go to the hospital for medical care finally, but they send one guard. And I reckon this inmate convinced the guard to take his cuffs off, and he did. And the inmate had smuggled a wire or a cord and attempted to strangle him to get his keys. So the paper didn't say how it was resolved, or well, I don't think it was in the paper. I think that was Brian Fields, the one running for sheriff, had posted it about what had happened and everything. And then you had that happen, and then the next day, which was yesterday evening, you had another what they call him, deputy jailer, I guess. You had one ask an inmate, ask him to bring in drugs, and he took it. Drugs. And he took it in like a skull can or a tobacco, some kind of like skull, and he took it in. So they got and they got him driving drunk. So he had a DUI and some kind of contraband charge or something. So in the past 2 days, that's went on at the jail. But they're improving. They have fixed every problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's over the weekend with all the storms.
Yeah, we got that coming. I dread it.
And how's that going to affect the jail?
It's concerning because it's in the basement. It's under the courthouse, so they have a lot of problems with flooding. It'll flood out sometimes. I know, like when my son was in there, he would buy the phone cards and stuff so he could call home, and they'd get flooded out. They'd lose their cards, all their drawings, their paperwork, and they would have to clean up the mess and start over with everything. So, the jail, it had a lot of problems. It's always had problems, but, it's been pretty bad.
Mold everywhere. It was always wet and damp and drippy, and
so when they started getting attention put on them, it was like, oh, go, we're fixing it, and so that's kind of been.
So they've been actually doing some maintenance.
No, I think they said they painted. I think they said they had them paint or something, and everything. But to send on a detail to take a prisoner out somewhere, common sense. You need more than one guard.
How many people does the Letcher County Jail house?
Technically, it's only supposed to house 60 some men and so many women. It's not as many women, but I think like the maximum it's not more than 80. Not at all, but it keeps anywhere sometimes between 100. It's been as high as 130, 100. They just squish them in anywhere they can. So
they've got 130 people, or a minimum of 80 at any one given time. 80 free painting, renovation, maintenance people. Put them to use.
Well, see, they use the inmates for all the work.
Yeah, that's what they
do. The trustees, they'll have them, do most of the work and everything, free labor there. But
they did it.
Paint's not going to fix the problem. I mean,
no,
it's not going to fix it. So
it's not like they're short of time or labor. They can take their time to do it and do it properly.
Right. Well, if you listen to that, those reports that they do when they have the city council or whatever it's called meetings, those meetings.
How do they pass the council shit?
Huh?
How do they pass the council? Do they not have inspections?
They hadn't had one, and I mean forever. And that's when they painted and kind of done a little, you
That
know,
was a good question.
little razzle dazzle. You know, hey, look at the walls. You know, look at this.
That's dumb, yeah.
I don't even know if they got the situation fixed to where they could even feed the inmates. You know, for the longest time, they didn't have a stove. I know I was told that the judge or somebody, judge executive told them that they could have a stove from one of the senior citizens that had shut down. You know,
Yeah,
they could use some of that equipment. And I don't know whatever come of it. Somebody said they never fooled with it.
How the hell do you feed 80 inmates without a stove?
On 90 cents a day. Kelwell comes in, or used to, and prepares, you know, brings.
That's their budget, 90 cents a head for 4 meals.
2. They get 2.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. I mean, that's how it was.
What about the commissary? Is there something somewhere they can buy shit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, but a lot of families, you know, like me, I couldn't afford. It was either Caleb had to pick between phone calls home or snacks, you know, so he would split it up, or, you know, however he did it. But, you know, a lot of families and a lot of people don't have anybody, you know, to come in and, you know.
But what if the inmate was on like social benefits at the time? Do they stop when you're incarcerated, or?
Yeah, I always wondered that, because I know they would tell you, like, you know, if you were getting, you know, SNAP benefits or anything like that, you had to, if they were in more than 30 days, you had to, you know, stop getting them. And me and Ty talked about that one time, you know, wondering if, you know, they took those benefits, or they, you know, had access to those benefits.
Oh, yes.
I know some people that if they were in for a while, because I don't agree with this, but they turned it into where they can keep state inmates, you know, instead of just the regular, you know. So, you know, you've got people that, like my son, served 3 years down there. So,
state inmates and.
A state inmate is one that, you know, has been convicted and, you know, have a sentence of whatever. They actually get paid for those. The state pays them for state inmates. But you have people in the county that, you know, maybe got pulled over, you know, petty stuff, can't afford bail, and, you know, they're in there, you know, till they get out, you know, with people that, you know, are serving time, you know, and a lot of fights, a lot of, you know, if you're going to be there a while, you know, you get comfortable.
Yeah.
So I always thought it was a bad idea to, you know, I think they need to take one, this is my idea or my opinion, but, you know, have one larger regional jail that held the state inmates and left it, you know, just for county, you know, people that are waiting to go to trial, or, you know, haven't been convicted, or it's like I said, a small crime, a traffic violation, or, you know, something like that. Because, you know, you're making a mess mixing all that, I think. But
it was my understanding that a jail is like the temporary housing before you get assessed to go to prison. Is that right?
Well, that's how it usually works. But if it's a like I said, you know, my son had 3 years, so, you know, I think it was 5 to start, but 3 he had to serve. But, you know, they kept him there, which, I mean, was bad for him. But, you know, he was still close to home. And then I think the last maybe 8 months they sent him to Leslie County. So we have a lot of boys in Leslie County, or used to. I don't know if we still do. So
Leslie County is where Mickey's at, yes?
Yep. Yeah.
And that's the closest prison to you, is it?
It's actually just a jail too. It's just a county
Oh.
jail. Yeah,
So which
it's not a
closest
prison.
What?
And it's not the closest one. I mean, they had Perry County, and Pike County, but there's a lot going on in those two counties. So,
What?
but they do send them to Leslie County.
Is there a prison in Whitesburg?
No. They talked about building one. They actually acquired the land and was really had everybody, the community had mixed feelings about it. A lot of people didn't want, like a prison in the community. But then you had other people that was like, these are job opportunities. It'll bring some industry and, some jobs and stuff. And so they were, it was a mixed kind of reaction to it. And like I said, they pumped it all up. It had that community really excited about it, and nobody has seen the first brick. So I don't know if that was maybe possibly another Whitesburg hotel situation, or if they really was going to try to build one there. So I'm not, you don't know if they got money for it already, or because everything's kept such hush hush, secrets.
Do you know there'd have to be some kind of government contribution though, per inmate to help support the jail though, surely?
Yeah, I'm not sure the rate that they get. I know, like I said, if it's somebody sitting in there waiting to go to court, or whatever reason, they may be in there for a month or whatever, I don't think they get paid for those inmates. But if you're a state inmate, then they receive pay for that, I think. But I'm not sure how much. I'll have to look into it.
See what
so that's about the only,
I'm on the Letcher County website. Let me share this page instead. Hang on. I'll come back to this one. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I got one over here cooking in a microwave, so it's kind of noisy.
You got a kitty cat I can hear meowing as well? Is that what it was or mine? I can't tell with my headphones on. All right, so let's see. Family and friends have several options for depositing money into an inmate's account. Lobby and booking kiosks are available in the jail lobby and booking area. Please note the kiosks do not provide change. Cash and credit cards, because you've got to whip your card out from your orange jumper. Deposits can also be made securely online at Correct Pay. I bet you there's a cap on that too, on how much they can have in that account.
With the commissary, there was, I think they put like $150. Like you can't put more than $150 at a time. Yeah. I think, or that was the most you could put on, or something. I don't know.
Half of all deposited funds will be placed into the inmate's account. Oh, you get half of it.
Yeah.
The remaining half may be applied towards any outstanding fees, fines, or contracts. Mm-hmm.
I went in one time and it was around his birthday, and his dad had sent some money, and my parents had gave me money. So I took it up there and was going to put it on his books, and evidently he had went and seen the doctor. There was a couple of things that he had done, and they took it. I think he got like maybe $20 out of 100.
They have to pay to see a doctor.
Yeah, it's $25 to see a doctor with their medication. Now this is when he was in jail, and so he got out in February 21. So I mean, things might have changed some, but used to the family, they would call. He would call me and say, "I need to go to the doctor." I'd go up there and pay $25. And then I'd go to the pharmacy, pay for the prescription,
and provide them,
and get the little receipt showing that I paid for it. Took it back to the jail, and had to give it to them, and they would send somebody to go get it. But it could be days before he got it, you know.
And they gave it to him.
Or, you know, he may get one pill a week. It wasn't anything regular, you know.
That's disgusting. Disgusting.
Because they didn't have, at that time, you know, they didn't have the MAP program. They didn't have any, I mean, they literally just had to lay in the dungeon and sweat out the withdrawal. You know, there wasn't nothing, no mental health, nothing. It was just, you know, and that, you know, everybody, you know, you mentioned going to jail there, and it's like, oh God, no, you know, nobody. It's bad, but yet everybody's been,
Yeah.
you know.
And the first thing that I thought of reading that, saying, you know, there's the rest will go to any outstanding fees or fines. Well, there's another money spinner right there.
Yep. And then another thing, when the, you know, most of them leave, he's never got, like, if he had a little bit of money in his account, they never returned it. Never returned it.
Fuck.
They finally set it up that you could order clothes and stuff for him. Yeah. But used to, like in the early days when he would get in trouble, you'd have to go to the store and buy 2 white t-shirts, 2 sets of socks. So it was money.
Sarah, chat, love. Did you want to come up, Sarah? I'll pop the link in the chat, and you are welcome to join if you would like.
She knows more about it than I do too. So,
well, I don't think we're going to be able to get. I don't know where Tyre is, so I don't know how I can get this.
She probably fell asleep. I know she told me her allergies is still bugging her.
Well, I've given her the treatment for that, and she's refusing to take it. Yep, she's got the exact same thing as I have. She produces too much histamine.
Yeah.
So it's a simple antihistamine that you have to take every day, but she won't take it.
I've been lucky. Mine hasn't been too bad the past few years, but used to, I'd get sick as a dog every spring and every winter. Good.
Sarah, you can just use your avatar if you want to, sweetheart, but no pressure. It's totally.
Yeah, you don't have to show your face.
I do that many times because half the time I've just woken up, especially if it's a lunchtime stream for me or a nighttime stream for you. I've just woken up, waited for my painkillers to kick in, had a coffee, and okay, it's time to go. So yeah, that's when the camera stays off.
Yeah.
No one needs to do that. You'll have nightmares. What was I going to say? I can't remember now. So apparently the commissary is typically available.
Mm-hmm.
Makes Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. Unless you've got no one to
put any
to serve it.
Yeah.
So who looks after the commissary? Is it a jailer or is it someone?
Just whoever's at the front desk.
Okay.
When you go in, you just, you know, you'll send the money through the little bean hole, I think they call it, and they'll write you a receipt, and you just pray that they get it.
So you can't do it electronically from home?
Well, you can. I think now they've got it set up to where you can put money like on their tablets and things, but I'm not sure about the commissary, how they do that, but I know, well, they read off commissary every time they have those meetings, you know, like how much money's in commissary.
So the tablets is a new thing, isn't it? Like they each use that for their phone calls and everything. Is that right?
I think so. I think Plattsburgh has them. I know they didn't when my son was there, but I mean, like I said, that was 21 when he got out. So, you know, it was kind of back. I hope they've got some improvement since then on stuff because it was a mess. But when COVID hit, it knocked out visitation. We went forever and you know, you couldn't see them. to make sure they're okay, because that's kind of how we kept up with how he was doing, was our visits. You got 2 a week, and we could kind of keep up with, does he need to see a doctor, or is he sick, or is something wrong, or what.
Yeah.
And then so when they cut visits out, it got bad. People got sick, passed away. I mean, it was a total mess down there.
So do they get issued a tablet each, or is it one that gets passed around?
What is it now?
Do they get issued a tablet each, or is it one tablet for everyone?
I think they get one themselves. Or that's how like Leslie County worked, and some other person. Oh, Sarah.
Clarence Bryant was the commissary person, and Ashley the one that looks like Oompa Loompa.
Muffy. I'm just gonna call him Muffy. Muffy.
That's funny.
What is it? The thing?
One each. Okay, cool. That makes it. But I suppose you can't use it unless you got money on it. Can you do like a FaceTime visit, or is it just audio?
Well, they can use it to make like a video chat. Those are kind of expensive. But like you can email or text, kind of like text and email each other back and forth, and I think it 25 or 50 cents, but now the calls are more expensive, but
it's got it here. So,
you get so desperate. As bad a condition as that jail was in, and the way things were going, and people getting hurt, and all this stuff going on, as a family, member, it was panic, because we didn't know what was going on. We couldn't tell, he wasn't getting phone calls or anything, so it was just like, radio silence. And
then I'll ring you up and tell you.
Well, I found out he had a buddy that he worked for an ambulance service. I'll just say that, and he showed up at the house one evening, and he said, "Mama, you need to go check on Caleb." And I said, "Okay, what's going on?" And he said they had went in there to get another inmate who was, like right next to him. And at that time, they was severely overcrowded. They were just like puzzle pieces in the floor, And I reckon the guy had meningitis.
Oh.
And mine was starting to get sick. And so I aggravated, and I'll admit it, I did it. And he blocked me, but he unblocked me after a while. But I aggravated Bert to death. I completely aggravated him to death on Facebook. And then next thing you know, they transferred him to Leslie County. So, and it was a whole lot better situation. But, he went into jail and he come out looking worse than he did when he went in. And, it was bad. I thought, oh my God, what they sat down there and went through was just,
So Bert was the jailer down there, is that right?
Yeah, he was a jailer at the time. And then, the current jailer was the second, what they call him.
Is that Brian Sloan?
Yeah.
That's up on the screen now.
Yeah. And see, I've always had a question about that, because when the jailer before Bert, Benny McCall, was in office, Brian was number 2, for him.
Yep.
And so I never understood, like, when Benny went out of office, why he didn't step up, but his brother come in, which still left him,
Is the jailer like the manager of all of the corrections officers?
Yeah, the ones, that deal with the jail. And I think a lot of the like with the Benfield stuff, if you think about it, it's kind of confusing, because he was a deputy
Mm.
court security, and also worked as, at the jail.
Oh, at the ankle monitoring. Yeah.
So you had, and he started out, I think, as a guard, down there when he started. And so, it's like, who's in control of him, or who's responsible, I guess I'll say, put it that way. Because, you had the sheriff's department involved, you had, the jail involved. So, it was kind of like, who's going to take responsibility for it? And the jail has never faced any kind of, I don't know how to say it. How would you say that? Like legal, they've never accepted responsibility for anything.
They've never been disengaged against.
Yeah, they've never had, anything like technically against them. When everything happened and come out, it was all on Ben, which I think he was just a fall guy. That's my opinion. That's my opinion.
You're entitled to it, my love.
Yeah.
Let's have a statement, shall we? Let's see how they promote themselves. To protect the citizens of Letcher County and the Commonwealth of Kentucky by providing a safe, secure, and humane environment for inmates and staff. We are committed to carrying out the mandates of the citizens, the Kentucky legislature, and the courts, while offering opportunities for inmates to acquire skills that promote lawful behaviour and help them become productive members of society.
Not one time. Well, they learned to cut grass. I mean, that's about the extent of it.
Now, core principles: the public staff and inmate safety. The safety and security of the public staff and inmates are paramount. They provide ongoing training and education for staff, promoting excellence in the field of corrections. They're leaders. Foster an atmosphere that encourages positive behaviour and supports the successful reintegration of individuals into the community. They remain committed to preserving the basic human rights and dignity of the public staff and inmates.
Oh wow! Wow, I could go on there for a while.
I'm calling bullshit.
I like it.
Actually, they deserve a big. I should have done that for every one of the things I thought they're pissing them off, like they're lying.
Wrong.
They operate in a fiscally responsible manner, mindful of the needs and resources of the citizens of Letcher County.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Definitely.
Oh, there's more shit down here. Why can't I see that? Current inmates. Ooh.
It's probably stuff you don't want them. They don't want you to find.
Yeah, probably. Inmates information disclaimer. Oh dear.
Yeah, you go down and hit the little red button that says yes, and then it'll pop them up in the top. Or well,
see who's in jail now.
Did it not work? Oh, there you go.
So it tells you
the list should be. Oh, it's over here on yours. Okay, yeah. That's the list of who all's there.
Isn't that invasion of privacy?
Well, see, that's been brought up a lot. There's only very few jails that you can pull up, stuff. And so that has been mentioned, I think,
You recognize any names?
I can't see them. I'd have to.
Hang on, I'll make it bigger. There we go. Do you know there's actually quite a lot of the same, I've noticed, the same surnames.
Yep.
In Kentucky.
I've seen quite a few already, I know.
They pop up when I'm doing research and stuff. the same surnames keep popping up here and there, and I keep thinking, like the guy you said before, that's going for the next job at Fields, Ben. So he's not Ben, though, is he?
No, and every time I've ever met, he makes sure they know I'm not kin to him. I said, okay. It's like, oh no. I mean, and a lot of these people that are on this list, if you come back in a month, 2 months, 6 months, it's going to be the same names.
Yeah.
They cycle the same people through.
Yeah.
I mean, constantly.
That's how they make their money, Dom.
Yeah.
It's exactly how they do it.
And, you know, they pick these families. I mean, we were in the worst possible shape anybody could be in, you know, and it was just constant something, you know. And like I said, now you look at his record and, you know, it's 90% traffic violations. Just petty stuff, you know, and he got to where he got scared. Didn't want to go back to jail because he had, you know, a lot of bad things happen. And so he would miss a court date, you know, be like, I'm not going, because every time we walked into court, we was ready. He knew he had to go to jail for something.
Sanction, yeah.
So we got to where, you know, he got to where he's like, I know they're going to put me in jail, you know. So I think at the end there, the last one, they hit him hard for that. And so, you know. So he ended up sitting down there for 3 years, and I don't know how he did it. I was there. I was there one night, and it was a false arrest anyway. Everything got threw out, but that one night was enough. I mean, I'll no. I told him if I have to stay home and never leave the house, I ain't going back. Because it was rough. That was we were in a 3-man cell. It had 3 little concrete slabs. So basically a 3-person, you know. And there was 14 of us in there that night. You couldn't see it. I mean, you just literally had to find you a spot against the wall and sit. So, and I ain't gonna lie, I was terrified. But when I went in, Lexi was in there. So she, you know, she's like, hey, Mom, Caleb's mom. It was like, okay, I'm you know, my people.
I haven't actually seen a photo or picture of Lexi.
Yeah.
So we should do I might.
I've been trying to, you know, I would like to do something for her, like kind of like just something to memorialize, you know, everything. And I've never had so much trouble in my life trying to find dates and, you know, things like that. It's like she's been erased.
Really?
Or that's kind of the way I feel about it, because it's just so hard to find anything that, you know, information about her.
Well, if you've got a few photos and stuff, I can do like a more general type of tribute thing that shows a lot of photos and, you know, her date of birth.
I wish I'd give anything if somebody had some of her poetry. She loved to write too, and she would write. I mean, really, really, like, I mean, tearjerker poems. You know, those good ones. And she had a talent for it.
Did she post anything on Facebook or social media or anything?
There is a lot of Facebooks. I mean, it's like she'd get out of jail or something and she'd have to make a new one because she couldn't remember the stuff for the old one, or they would steal her phone. That was another problem all of them had. As soon as they went in, they would, you know, have to surrender their cell phone. And then when they would go to get out,
it was gone.
It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
It got lost. You know, so they never got their phones back. So we always knew when they got out, you know, you'd have to start over with a new phone and everything. And I think too, for, you know, these kids are smart. Well, they're not kids anymore. They're in their 30s, but, you know, they were smart. They knew, you know, I needed different Facebook, because by that time they probably already had got into their stuff. So, you know, anything they were saying, they could probably, or they felt like they were watching them. So, it was probably a good idea to get a new phone anyway.
Yeah. Hi, Brandy. We went, Tanya took me out for the evening. I don't get out much. And we just decided we'd go to a Texas poker.
They call it bar poker.
Oh, bar poker.
Yeah.
At one of the local taverns. And I think it took me 4 hours to get my shit together and get organised to get there. And I think later I was out of money. I was done.
Let's see. What'd Sarah say? What did you say, babe?
Oh, the question was, did Benfields get 3 different paychecks?
That's a good question. Well, I know he got paid by, the ankle bracelet company. Yep. But if you listen to Stines, I think it was Mickey's deposition, Mickey had to hand him a letter, formally firing him, and so that would mean he was probably getting a payday from them.
So he was formally fired when he was convicted or arrested?
See, I really don't know when they arrested him. I just know that they, the first step I think that Mickey took was terminating employment. That was in the deposition, I think, right at the beginning. They asked him how he, I guess, how he found out, and then how he, I guess, handled it. So, but that's a mess, That is a good question, because if you think about it, that would be 2 incomes. But now I don't know if it's separate for court security or it's Sarah. Hi.
I was going to explain that.
She's going to explain it. Hang on.
Fields only got.
Hang on. Start over. I dropped you. Okay, go ahead.
So all the funds that came in for house arrest, right? It's not, so the house arrest officer isn't paid by the company that does it for them, but the house arrest officer that does it gets to keep all profits received from the house arrest monitor. So that don't even go towards inmates or the jail.
Right. It goes in. That's what they pay him with, right?
No, he would get all of the funds because Lena is the house arrest officer, and this is how she gets it done.
Well, they said in one of some of the paperwork that, or no, it was his deposition. He tried to explain it. He said something like he got so much a day for each person.
He got paid by the jail, like his hourly wages. All the higher ups like him got a big paycheck.
Yeah.
Like Lena and all.
Well, he told on his deposition that he made $30,000 that year from house arrest. It's in the deposition.
That's what's been charted, not the uncharted.
Charted, not uncharted.
The old cash under the table.
He was probably doing pretty good.
I remember telling Lena she was lucky and talking about it with some of the other guards on, how do they get to keep the money, and how do you get that position? Because she cut Angie, I think Ben's wife, or Angie, I think Angie. It's been so long. I think Benfield's wife, or another woman that was supposed to have gotten the spot for house arrest officer, but she ended up getting it because she threw them under the bus.
Well, I think was it Patty Stockholm? Wasn't she doctor in the books for how many ankle monitors they had?
I figured that one out either, because the way he explained it in that deposition, each bracelet, they paid for it or whatever. Yeah. But, how did he get by with giving them one to just, one that stayed home that said, I'm home, and then, was it one that was just tore up and he didn't have to pay, or was he paying?
Well, it's my understanding, though, if you've got the ankle monitoring company that supplies them, you would have to then rent that from them. So you'd have to account for those ankle monitors, and that would be what you owe, like that going out. But they also charge $85 a week to the person on house arrest to have that ankle monitor on and monitored. That's probably where
it's a lot more than that.
Oh, they have different prices?
Yeah, that's whatever price she wants to give it to you, and she don't like you, you ain't gonna get a good price. With Jeremy, when I paid house arrest for him, it was $200 a freaking week.
So they were able to adjust that as they see fit.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's how they make the money.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that would be independent. That obviously is set by the jail or the whoever the manager, the ankle monitor people, not the actual company. They're just the ones you pay the rent per unit to. Yeah.
That Austin Mullins that got in trouble for bringing an inmate medication, he's one of the ones that worked there when I was there. That's Frank Mullins' son.
Yeah.
The big pervert.
Yeah.
Who was that, Sarah?
Frank Mullins. His son is Austin Mullins. He just got in trouble. I seen yesterday it was posted that he got caught bringing medication in to an inmate through a skull can. Which is that nasty one that made nasty comments to me.
Yeah.
And that's another Mullins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both Mullinses.
Did you ever find out who it was that had that they took to the hospital? Did you ever hear who?
No. I thought it was odd that they posted about Austin, but not the hospital incident.
Right. They didn't put the name of who took, because, well, you know, he talked him into taking his handcuffs off.
Which I can't really say too much on that. I was a kind of trusting person. I took the handcuffs off for my inmate.
Well, I mean, I don't know.
Which, granted, they were old fat ladies that couldn't really run far if they really tried. But
it doesn't sound like Letcher County Jail has very strict policies. They tend to, you know.
I think that's why the employees, they've not even been trained on, hey, this is wrong. Don't do that. You know, this isn't right. You can't do this, you know.
You can imagine you start working in that environment. You just go along with what you don't know any different. And who audits them? Who keeps them in check?
That's a good question. I mean,
what is it?
She said who is in, like, who's over them and who keeps a check, you know, like check on like that.
Yeah.
Like on the doctor?
Well, and you make sure they're not doing stuff like, you know, they shouldn't be doing with the inmates.
Well, I know for a fact Bert, Lena, and Bert still does it, even though he ain't over it. He still got the password.
I know.
Because it never changed. Enough ex-employees got it.
I've got questions about why Brian has always been second in charge up until, you know, Bert retired. So
the time that I worked, I only seen Bert physically in the office one time.
One time
In almost 4 months.
So
Brian and Lena
ran the jail.
run it. Always have.
Brian, the current jailer.
They also, when they're home when they're off duty,
Yeah.
and they'll watch the cameras.
Oh.
I got in trouble one time. I was in the laundry room, and 2 of my trustees came in there, Hoghead and
Don't say names.
that's
It's a
his real
name, but everybody knows.
But he walked in there, and we were just sitting there talking, and I got called and jumped onto because you're not supposed to be alone with male inmates, but that was family.
Yeah, he's.
Which everybody in that jail was family. That's why every time they go, oh, you're going to get ambushed, you're trusting them too much, you're being too friendly, you're going to end up getting hurt, they're going to jump you to try to escape. I was like, every single person that's in here is my brother, sister, or uncle. What the hell are you on?
Friends in low places. But they are good friends.
Good, loyal friends.
Very. That's why, you know, I think that's why I say so much and quip up when it comes to the jail because, they slander everybody's reputations and their names and everything else. And, these are good people. These are just people who made mistakes or something that don't deserve, I guess, everything that, come along with it. Like you said, how easy it is to pop that list up.
Yeah.
Everybody in Whitesburg, check it, see who's in there and who's, whatever. So it ruins their reputation. There's no jobs and stuff much anyway. So, they're not going to get hired,
Right. I'm going to jump back off here. I love you.
All right. Love you.
Bye, Joe.
She said, bye, Joe.
Bye.
I was going to say something. I can't remember now. No, it's gone. Completely gone. I actually have Patty Stockholm, her deposition.
I don't think I've heard hers.
Oh,
I don't think I've heard hers. I've listened.
read that if you like. Because it looks like we're not going to be able to read the other one. I'll finish off this Supreme Court thing for Mickey first, and we'll get onto it. I've got it. I know exactly where it is.
Okay.
See, this is why I did that research before we started. I had a backup plan.
I didn't get much looked at. I thought it was 10 o'clock tonight. So
it's all good, sweetheart. All right. So on 29th of December 2025, Mr. Stines filed a motion because we let the cat out of the bag to accuse Judge Cohron pursuant to that particular law when Judge shall disqualify himself. It's a citation to a previous version of the Code of Judicial Conduct that was replaced. It speaks in general to the circumstances in which a judge is obligated to recuse himself. However, Stines' motion also cites to another code which allows a party to seek an order from the Chief Justice appointing a special judge. The motion asks this Honourable Court to recuse Judge Cohron. Mr. Stines' motion is ambiguous. It is not possible for the undersigned. Oh, so
I don't.
They've provided this motion to recuse to the Supreme Court without telling the judge. That's why he got surprised by it in the middle of the hearing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Boy, I bet that threw him off.
Yeah. So, it is not possible for the undersigned or the Supreme Court to discern whether this is a motion asking Judge Cohron to recuse himself or an affidavit seeking the Chief Justice's appointment of a special judge. Regardless of this ambiguity, as the Supreme Court held, when a party moves for a judge's recusal, an affidavit setting forth factual allegations is required. If the judge grants the motion and recuses a substitute judge, a substitute judge is appointed to the case and the matter is at an end. Conversely, if the motion is denied, the judge may include in the record whatever countervailing facts or considerations he or she deems pertinent to permit appellate review. Based on this language and out of a deference for the judge before whom a case is pending, parties should present the reasons that recusal is requested and give the judge an opportunity to grant or deny the request before filing this affidavit. In the present case, the Deputy Chief Justice finds that Judge Cohron should be afforded an opportunity to grant or deny a motion for recusal before an affidavit is certified to the Deputy Chief Justice. And as previously stated, it is unclear whether the matter already certified to the Chief Justice is an affidavit. So the Deputy Chief Justice orders that this matter is remanded to the Letcher Circuit Court. Sorry, hang on. I skipped a bit. Is remanded to the Letcher Circuit Court with direction to Judge Cohron to review Mr. Stines' motion to recuse and either grant or deny the request. If the motion is denied, a party seeking the Deputy Chief Justice review under the law may be subsequently filed. Oh, sorry. May subsequently filed
It's like jumped a step. You know, like instead of starting with,
they've gone above his head.
Yeah, they jumped. Yeah, exactly.
So basically, they're saying we can't deal with it because what you've told us isn't really telling us one way or the other. You need to get to him first, and that's pretty much what they've done. They've handballed it back to the Letcher Circuit Court, which is Judge Kraft. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're back in Dodgyville.
So are they gonna? So are they still going to recuse him, or? Huh?
He gets to decide. He gets to decide whether or not
he wants. That's
Mm-hmm.
Like I know they went above his head and probably made him angry, but you know that's kind of letting him decide. You know, you would think it would be like maybe 4 or 5 lawyers and take a vote or something. You know, some other kind of way, because you know.
Again, that's another conflict.
Yeah. If he got mad or he's like, okay, I ain't giving it up. You know.
Yeah. That's exactly right, and that shouldn't be an option.
Yeah.
So here we go. Supreme Court. Oh, I've got it. Thanks, sweetheart. I've got an article here. Hang on. Let me share it. Add to stage. All right. Now this is from. I can't remember. From a newspaper over there. Okay. Let's leave it at that. All right. You all read that?
I'll let you.
Can you see the screen though? It's big enough.
Yeah, I can see it.
The Supreme Court of Kentucky has sent the decision on a motion seeking the recusal of the judge in the case of a sheriff accused of murder back to the lower court, though the request could wind up back before the High Court. In December, why isn't my scroll working again? Attorneys representing former Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Stines request, so that's the Bartleys, isn't it? Jeremy Bartley.
Yeah, Jeremy and what is his last name? The Bartleys is this. Carrie. It's Carrie. Jeremy and Carrie Bartley. I think pretty sure it's Carrie.
They're both the two.
Yeah. Yeah, they have an office here in Somerset. So
Stines faces charges of first degree. Yeah, we got away. Okay. Stines' attorneys filed the motion seeking the Judge Christopher Cohron recusal disqualification, referencing footage of a judicial meeting that depicted Cohron and Mullins sitting next to one another 1 week before Mullins was unalived. Apparently. Allegedly. Attorneys for Stines said the video could cause the reasonable observer to believe Cohron has a level of bias in the case. On Tuesday, the Supreme Court of Kentucky filed an order remanding the case back to Letcher County Circuit Court. In the order, Chief Justice Robert Conley said that Stines' motion cites two state laws. The first one referring to a judge being able to disqualify himself. Second, allows a party to ask the Chief Justice to appoint a special judge. Conley wrote that the motion filed by Stines asked the state Supreme Court to recuse Cohron, but he described the sought action as ambiguous, as to which
a while ago popped up, and
I think they were trying to cover both in the one time.
Yeah,
it is not possible for the undersigned to discern whether this is one or the other. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you. Arrivederci. Hasta la vista.
Hola. Or no, is that hello?
Hola.
Ciao, ciao.
Fuck off. Get out.
I'll lock the door behind me.
Thank you. Yeah, so Conley cited that if the judge denies the motion, he or she must enter it into the record of the facts that would be relevant to an appellate review. Based on the language, they should present reasons. Cohron should have the opportunity to either grant or deny the motion seeking his recusal from the case. So they put it back in his hands.
Yeah.
If he denies the motion, Stines and his attorneys can seek a further review from his. That's it.
Does me, or does that really just not make a whole lot of sense?
No, it's a lot of
How it works, but
it's like, okay, we've acknowledged it, but we're gonna do fuck all about it. All right.
we're gonna do what we want to. So this, you know,
it looks like we're doing something, but we're not really. Yeah.
It's very twisted, I think, you know.
Yeah. They're covering their asses. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, that surprised me, though. I mean, you would think they wouldn't have jumped like that to, you know, to cause this kind of, because, you know, maybe if they'd have done it, you know, kind of, instead of jumping, trying to get it, you know, to federal or Supreme Court or whatever, you know, just maybe talk to him, because, I mean, he may be determined now he's going to do it come hell or high water, you know.
Yeah. He might have pissed him off down. He's like, oh, no, fuck you, I'll put my foot down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the way they explained it to us, because we had talked about there might be, you know, a little conflict of interest with things going on with the kids. And I know we had talked about it, but the way they explained how it can backfire really quick, or, you know, if they decide not to, I guess, you know.
Have you had it on that case, or?
They still ain't court date. So it just sits there. Like,
Can
so,
you rattle their cage?
Well, either his lawyer or her lawyer, or one of the lawyers have to, you know, make the next court date, or, you know, we would have already done it, but she's been calling and they haven't done it yet. I checked yesterday and there was no date.
They wait for them, the respondent, to go, oh yeah, we're ready to come back now? Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
You can't keep ringing and
listen. We went in and got emergency orders. We've got emergency custody motions filed. We've done, you know. And anytime we do anything like that, we get reprimanded. You know, kind of like how they jumped ahead and over. You know, they kind of get you for, you know, if you go in and file this or that. You know, they told us that we were taking advantage of the law.
Fuck off. There's no way. No. Oh my God. The law is designed to be used so that it is fair.
Fair. I know.
Take advantage of the law. It doesn't change.
So
the interpretation changes.
There never has been a clear, you know what I mean, set of, like, they take the laws and just twist it, you know, however they want.
Yep.
To get the outcome that they want, you know, because we're coming up on, well, May will be 2 years. 2 years.
It's still a piece of paper. And the reason you're in court now is because he didn't abide by that piece of paper. What makes you think he's going to do it now?
Yeah. Yeah.
There should be someone that enforces that.
And, you know, and that's the thing, like, you know, when everything kind of popped off, you know, and people started coming forward and talking and telling things that happened to them and stuff, we all stood around confused, because it was like, who do we tell? Because, you know, a lot of the people that we're supposed to go talk to, can't trust them, or they're part of it. And so you're kind of like, well, I can't talk to them. And then we're all terrified of the police.
Yeah.
You know, I told him, you know, I was talking to my dad the other day, and I said, you know, I'm as legal beatable as they get. You know, I have nothing on me, nothing, you know, illegal, or don't do anything illegal, but yet my heart just stopped.
Coals, though.
Yeah.
You've been all over the coals for 20 years.
So, you know, well, all of us is that way. You know, cop gets behind you and you about to have a heart attack. It's like, I'm going to jail, you know, knowing that you're not doing anything, And I have, since, we moved and, I've had interactions with other law enforcement, in different places, and I've had to deal with some in a different state here lately. And it's daylight and dark. I'm floored because I don't know what's going on because they're doing it the right way. So I'm so confused. I don't know, So it's been kind of an eye-opening experience because, both are Commonwealth states and, they've got pretty much the same laws, but
Well, you've got the Constitution, surely that should be
I had
something.
one investigator tell me this past weekend from Virginia. He said, "Where you're from's like the Wild West." I said, "Yeah,
You think?
yeah." They just kind of do what they want to. I said, "Yeah, that's the truth."
Are you able to talk about that issue?
Yeah, I can kind of hit on it. I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm adopted, so I have bio parents and my adopted parents. I found my bio parents about 10 years ago, and they got together as a couple, so they live together now. It's cute,
Aw.
But she had a good friend. He was he's 30, early 30s, but he would come by and cut her grass and, just little things like that. And she really trusted him completely. And we found out it started in December, but there's about 60,000 maybe in cash gone. And he had convinced her to sign house and property over to him.
What?
Yep. It's been running for 2 years now.
He convinced her to sign her property over to him.
Yep.
How?
She just trusted him. He had worked at some nursing homes and acted like he had some knowledge and, estate planning type stuff, which he does, with the job he had. So, he's kind of took and told her, "I'll get everything lined out for you," because I'm her only heir. She never got remarried. She never had any more kids after I was adopted. So I'm it. She don't have brothers, sisters, nothing. So, she had intended for, when she passed, everything would come to me. Just, and he had explained to her that he was taking power of attorney, but just on medical stuff, to make medical decisions, like things like that, which I didn't like that idea, leaving that in the hands of a stranger.
No.
But she was like, "Well, he's not a stranger to me." And I said, "Well, he is me. And I'm probably going to be the one that has to deal with him, when something happens." But so far, it's crazy. Since August, I mean, big lump sums. $10,000 gone in 30 days. 29 gone in
Bank accounts or cash?
cash.
She
She would take it and put it in the bank account. What it was, she had an investment. When she retired, she got like a bonus, and she put it all into investment, to let it grow. So, the money, she could use it to take care of her when she got older, or, got a little more, or had problems or whatever. Yep. And he convinced her to close that out. She put it in the bank, and then $25,000 just disappeared. I mean, like.
So he's got access to her bank accounts.
He does. He took total power of attorney over everything. He's on her bank accounts. We found life insurance policies that she's been paying for since he took over. About 6 of them so far.
She's been paying for it, and he's the beneficiary.
That's what we're going to find out. But we pretty much are sure, because the ones that I was the beneficiary, he went and cashed out.
How do you cash them out? What do you mean?
Just tell them you don't want it anymore, and all the premiums and stuff that you paid, they'll give it back.
And he
And
kept it all.
he kept it all. Yep. She had, I mean, she has no bills. She bought a car. She paid it off real quick. She's always been really independent, and I didn't want to step in and take her independence and be like, no, you can't do that. So I've been kind of letting her, you know, and just kind of keeping up with things. And in December, we noticed they was a lot missing, and she had something that she went to the bank or something wouldn't, like the payment wouldn't go through. She didn't have the money, none. And when they come to the house, we also found stuff like there's charges for streaming services, you know, stuff for movies. She don't even own a TV, never has. So, you know, what was she streaming? You know, kind of one of them situations. So, you know, it's been crazy. And I guess they caught it around December. He'd even put cameras up on the side of the house so he could see who was coming and going, what she was doing. Told him it was his house. He told her he would never throw her out of his house, which has tore her up. I mean, it hit her. But she kept looking at me saying, so this ain't my home no more. And it just crushed me. And I was like, yeah, it's your home.
Does she own it outright?
Yeah, it was inherited to her. So her parents left it for her, and then she was going to leave it for me, and he talked her out of the property. And here's another thing. This is what got it all started. They went to go pay their property tax back in October, I think it was. And my biological dad just glanced over the counter and noticed his name was on the property tax. And he asked her about it, and she said, no, that's not right. So they looked it up on the computer at the clerk's office, and sure enough, he had swindled it out of her. She gifted it to him, he said, but she told the police that he come and told her what to write out. So, but
Sell that house.
huh?
So technically, he could sell that house from under her any time.
Yeah, put her out, whatever. He told her he wouldn't, but you know, look what he's done so far. So it's kind of, you know, and she's always been by herself, you know, until her and my bio dad got back together. You know, she was alone all the time, but he still works, so you know, he's hit and miss home and stuff. And we found out too, he had been on her messenger. So everything we were talking about back and forth,
Right.
he seen. Because I sent her a message. Oops. I sent her a message Thursday night because I went Friday. And I told her, I said, I'm going to have him arrested. And when I come through the door, she looked at me and she said, he called me. I said, I bet he did. So I showed him on the phone where he had called that morning. And they even said, yeah, that's not a coincidence.
What did you say?
She couldn't remember. She said that the only thing she could remember was he had told her that he didn't think he could be her power of attorney anymore. And she said, well, good, I didn't want you doing it anyway. But, you know, at this point, you know, it's just, I guess, I mean, we've got all the proof, you know, everything is took care of and stuff. So hopefully it'll do what it. Huh?
You're gonna have him charged?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He doesn't still know her lawns, does he?
No, doesn't know the extent. I think he thinks he's a little. Well, I'll put it this way. I told him he underestimated me because I'm usually very quiet. I let stuff go. You know, I'll be pushed and pushed and pushed until I'm like, okay, I can't be nice anymore.
Yeah.
So,
I'm hearing
when I found out that he had put a camera up and had been like He actually convinced her that my bio dad, who's almost 80, was having an affair with someone at the sheriff's department that worked as a dispatcher. So, of course, the sheriff is her friend. So she's calling him frantically, and it's making her look crazy.
Yeah.
And he had her so convinced that she was ready to put him out, tell him to leave. If he wanted another woman, go. And I kept telling her, you know, and she would tell me, well, he found out who it was. And I'd be like, you know, so, you know, he had pretty much, you know, was trying to get rid of him, but he also set it up to where she looked like she was bonkers, you know, calling it, you know.
It's like divide and conquer. So,
But he's done some thorough planning. He has. He's been probably planning for a while, and the way it looks with the money and property and everything, he stepped his foot in a little bit, didn't get caught, and then a little bit more, you know. But then about August, he decided, you know, it's time, I guess, and so.
So how long ago did he get the power of attorney from her?
We are not really sure. We're trying to find, because at first she told us she typed it and then she said she wrote it. The computer was unplugged and she was told that it was tore up. It wasn't.
So the property tax bill?
For her, she just got diagnosed with dementia too. So both of my moms, you know, but she's really bad. I mean, this trauma. She was having nightmares, night sweats, just it, and it has wreaked such havoc on her health. It's pushed it, you know, a little harder. And so her memory is hit and miss. I spent the night Friday, and when she got up that morning, you could tell she was like surprised. Kind of like she forgot I was there, you know? So, but, you know, he'd come in and took total advantage of that. Total advantage. So, you know, it takes a real piece of shit.
It sounds to me he's done it before.
Oh, yeah, I told him. I said, you know, if you all, you know, if you're interested, I said, you know, he's worked at nursing homes. And I said, if he'll do it to somebody he swore he cared about, like a grandmother, then why wouldn't he pick a stranger that has no family,
Correct.
you know, no, you know,
Well,
and just take everything they got.
it's the perfect hunting ground.
Yep. He also worked at the funeral home a little while, and
Oh my God. Another.
convinced her that her funeral's paid for, and we're having to check on that because we don't think that was just you know. So, you know, here she's thinking everything is set up for retirement, everything's good, you know.
That makes a blood boil.
And, you know, and then she gets hit with, I could put you in the nursing home anytime. He told her that. She told social services that because, see, not only is it legal right now, you know, some legal activity that's not, you know, it's also elder abuse.
Yes, it is.
So we have social services involved too. So, you know. And like I said, the difference between home and there is daylight and dark. I mean, just it's so much more efficient, and you know, they go by the book. You know, they do things too.
Yeah.
So, but I'm hoping.
So you're investigating all the details, have you, before you press charges, or?
Well, I reckon both. I think the state's picking it up, if I'm not mistaken.
Good.
So, you know, because we was concerned if she had to testify against him, it would tear her. It would tear her apart. It would addle her because she told him she didn't want him around her no more. You know, she's scared of him. She told him she was scared of him, which I'm glad she did. You know, because I can say it all day long, but until she says it, you know.
You can apparently do it via Zoom now, testify, or they often allow you to have like a wall. So
I
that
think he don't know this yet, but it's not her he's gonna have to deal with. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna have fun with that. I've got 30 years of frustration, and I'm tenacious. I will stick with it. So,
yeah.
And I told him, I said, he really underestimated me.
Yeah.
Really, so it should be interesting. But, I suspected it very early on, but I couldn't, where I wasn't there, to look at the bank statements and stuff, because, I've been here, and I told him, I said, I've been playing which parent needs me the most, kind of like, I'm over here, I'm over here. And so I hadn't realized she had, gotten that bad. Sarah had called me and she went over there and she said, Mom, you need to go check on Grandma, And, but when he seen the thing with the tag or the taxes for the property, had been switched. And then he went back home, and started kind of going through some bank statements and things like that. And then they started seeing all this other stuff. And then the camera got put up. He didn't stay up long, but he got put up. And my dad didn't really know at that moment, what, like, he said, I'm not going to jail over him. So he went, instead of going to the county and reporting it, he went to Richmond, to the capital, and reported it. And so it dwindled down to them. And so social services is the one that I guess started all of it. So, and they've done their investigating and that now the state's involved. So hopefully
with regards to her Facebook Messenger, it'll be linked to her email address. So she needs to change her email address and log out of all the devices, because otherwise
I changed the password and log. Won't do it.
Yes, then he will get the, when you change the password and you have to.
I forgot about that. He can.
And he will get the verification code and change it back. You have to change the email address, because it happened to me. And they used my credit card to buy things like $2.99 here, like, online games. And that went on for 2 years and it was like $400. And you don't $2.99 here, $2.99 there. And it's the amazing thing is how many things are linked to that email address. It's ridiculous.
Right.
If it was a business, I had all my contacts, all my, all my customers, everything.
Yeah.
Bank account linked to it,
Yeah.
Imagine everywhere you have to put in your email address to get through to the next level.
Yeah.
He's got to have one of those with that email address.
Yeah. I said, that's what worries me with her, because see, she don't remember none of that. So it's hard for me to, or I'll be talking to her and asking her about something and she'll get sidetracked, over here, and she's over here looking for, don't even know what she's looking for, but,
Whoever
I told social services, I said, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not in this for the money, never have been. I told both of them when I met them, I don't want anything you have. I just want to know who you are. And so, it kills me, because she had that money put back so she could be took care of. She needed somebody to come in a day or two a week, kind of help out a little bit while, he's gone to work. Then she could have done that. But now it's paycheck to paycheck, So I just, and he's still walking around in the community and going to churches and singing.
What I would do, find out who
car salesman preacher type.
Yeah. Whoever her email is with, like if it's Gmail or whoever, you ring that carrier, I think, contact them and tell them the situation.
If I'm not mistaken, he's the one that created this one. because her first one, see, we didn't think anything about it. We didn't think anything about it because she just kept saying,
ready.
huh?
He set the email address up already.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. He didn't miss a thing. I mean, I'm not kidding. He literally, I mean, every T crossed and every I dotted. And like I said, you know, you can tell he started out in the beginning just dipping a little bit, you know, kind of seeing how far he could push it, you know. If she would notice or remember or say something to us or, you know, and then the land and the house. And then he kind of settled down for a minute. And then next thing you know, he's back. You know, it's not like
it's another form of grooming.
Well, and they also said, you know, they came in the house. She has a very modest little house. It's a little 2-bedroom little, I think it's one of those kits that you used to be able to get from Sears or something. It's a, you know, one of them houses, a little small thing. But it's hers, you know, and it's paid for, and it was her family's, her parents. And, you know, he took every bit of that security that she had. You know, she kept telling us, I don't have a home no more. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Don't worry about it. So, but, you know, I told him, I said, you know, I know we may never see a penny of, you know, what's been taken. I said, but, you know, it would sure be nice for her to at least have her home and land back. You know, so she don't have to sit and worry herself to death thinking that any minute he's going to come put her in the nursing home. Because he told her he would.
If you don't do anything about it, then you leave it open for him to do this to someone else too.
Yeah, that's what she told him too. She said, I hate to do this. She said, I really do. She said, but, you know, I'm just scared he's going to do this to somebody else.
Yep.
And I'd say he has.
Oh.
He also worked as a prison guard.
So your top four shopping grounds, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. Nursing homes, homes, and
I bet he volunteered at the hospital as well.
Yep. Oh yeah, he was an EMT.
Ah, see, told ya.
Mm-hmm. He worked in administration in hospital. So yeah, I said, you know, I told him, I said, you know, he's trained. He knows what to do. He knows how to get a quick deed and how to get clean this and that. And I said, you don't need to do audits on any place he's worked. I guarantee you all find, you know, more than.
Is there anyone, like, you know, you have social services that the governing body that keeps all records of all of you, like
with adoptions or
no, just like it's hard to explain. Like the central database that the government have basically on you, where all your health records and your immunizations and your where you've all the shit.
Yeah.
All
the HIPAA covered stuff. Yeah.
And I've completely gone blank now.
I do that. I would.
I have no idea. Oh my God.
Let me think here.
Like, can you report?
Oh, you're talking about who was over, like, say,
so that you can stand up and report him to put a red flag on him to get them to start monitoring him.
Well, kind of the way it was explained to me was where it was reported to the state. The states took over. So I think in like 14 days, they'll have a hearing or a whatever they do, and they'll decide then who's the new person, and they'll hire somebody. The state will, like an attorney, for like a conservator, you know, to go in and find the misuse and, you know, the theft of everything, and then it's their job to take care of it. We're just right now concerned and worried you know, where he does have total control over everything she does. So, you know, he can come in and, you know, even though I know we could turn around and get her back with everything that's going on, but I just was thinking, you know, could you imagine how much trauma that would put her through to be took to a nursing home and not know, you know, what's going on? And so, and like I said, this has done so much damage to her mental well-being. She doesn't feel safe. I mean, you know, so it's caused a lot of issues. But like I said, they caught it around October, and we just kind of been plucking at it and looking and finding stuff, get everything together, and you know, made a report in December. So they're on it.
Good eye.
Yeah.
Change the subject for 1 second. Can you see my cat just jumped on the bed there?
Yeah.
Tanya was having Mango on there before, and she's left the paper towel roll on the bed, and
Yeah.
he is obsessed with them. Just keep an eye on him, because he'll bite it, he'll rip it, he'll spit it out, and then he'll take another bite, and he leaves a fucking mess everywhere.
Mine does that with toilet paper. If they can get out of toilet paper, it'll be unrolled and tore to pieces. So.
Yeah. And all over the floor. So just keep an eye.
They're rotten.
Yes.
I love them. Cats. I said, you know, cats are special. They have their, I don't know. They're kind of sassy.
Well, they're very intuitive too. I was saying to Tan yesterday. What's today? Friday? No, Wednesday. Hey, mister. Hello. You can't see him because he's black.
Yeah, that's Toothless's problem.
I've got 4 cats, and one of them is a tabby cat, and he disappears outside all day, and just comes back at 10 o'clock at night when he's hungry, right? And he keeps to himself pretty much. But the second that I'm in pain or unwell, he's by my side, and I'm talking, even if I'm going to the toilet, or I'm outside watering the garden, whatever, he is by my side non-stop. Tonight, like he got home from where we went out, he's sitting on my hand where my mouse is, like on the
Yeah.
And I woke up this morning with one of them on my chest and him between my legs. And I said to Tanya, how often have you actually seen this cat inside, let alone the 2 times you've been here this week? And he has not left my side. She goes, yeah. They know.
They know. They do. I've noticed mine, if I'm hurting or don't feel good or sick or something, they'll pull right up around you. And now Toothless will lay right on me.
Yeah.
You know, they'll come.
Yeah. I woke up with him on my chest. Didn't I? Didn't I? Used to give me the evil eye.
I said dogs are always happy and yay. And I said cats are more my personality. They're just kind of like, okay,
Right. Oh, hello. How you doing?
I can't read.
Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat. I've been nursing. I know my sister's going to try to. Oh, this is for the weather, the upcoming storm.
Yeah, I need to try to figure out what we need and stuff. I'm dreading this. I hate cold. It affects every part of my body. Like I just seize up. My hand, with my Raynaud's, my hands about fall off. It's miserable.
What is the forecast saying though? Like,
I looked at one a while ago, and I mean it's like a 80% chance now. The percentage is going up, and I think lower down here towards Tennessee and where I'm closer to, there's going to be more ice than snow, which is
what, hail?
Because that's when the power goes out and all that fun stuff. But
you're talking hailstones?
Yeah. Yeah, so with all the trees and stuff, I mean, you get ice on them, and then you get an old tree, and it's on the ground before you know it, and then you got your power lines and everything. So, but I'm hoping. But they said, I listened to one this morning, and there's a possibility. They said of like 10 to 12 inches of just the fluffy snow stuff.
And what about the wind and shit? Is that
the what?
The wind?
I know they had said with that we're going to have negative temperatures. So.
Teresa said it's going to get bad. We are supposed to get 15 inches of snow and then ice. Wow.
I dread it.
Where's your sister? Is she up that way?
Who, me?
No.
Oh.
In the chat, his sister must live up that way, and she has a new baby, and they are trying to evacuate.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we had an ice storm back early 2000s, I think, and we was living in Lexington at the time. And I know back home they didn't get anything. So mom and dad was okay, thank goodness. But we got hit with ice, and they told us the power could be off for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I loaded the kids up, and we headed back home. Yep. My ex, he stayed and worked, and the kids headed home because it caused such a problem. The ice did, the weight. It mangled power lines, trees, had done a number on everything. So that's this time it won't.
Ensure you damage, because the hail that we have over here can just put dents and completely ruin. You can't write it off.
Yeah. So I said I'm kind of dreading it, but I think the power lines are a little more secure down here. There's not as many trees as they are back home and stuff. But living a life, how to be prepared. So, we just get ready for it. It's about all you can do. Tough it out.
We grew up with the old big, tree PowerPoint, wooden power lines and overhead.
I think that's pretty much what we do. Yeah.
Because we have the opposite. We have a lot of bushfire.
Yeah.
And they damage the power lines. So they've actually been putting them all underground now. And any new construction for the last, I think, 15, 20 years has been mandatory that all the power lines and everything is underground now. It's not above. So
yeah.
Leave that.
Well, see, that's why I'm thinking that it won't be as bad down this way, because I think a lot of it, that's how it is down here, because it's more city, more, it's not as rural as it is, back home.
Yeah.
So, there's not a whole lot of power lines except, kind of outside the city limits, in the country and stuff. So I'm hoping that we'll be okay, because, but we make it.
The animals,
ready for it.
Somewhere to shelter. The animals.
I don't know. That haven't really paid attention to a lot of it. Because they, normally will tell us stuff like that, and then it'll rain, and But I think this time it's gonna. Which ours are all inside, so we don't.
No, like livestock and stuff. All the.
I would know if it has any animals outside with that wind chill like that, and especially us. They probably need to figure
some
shelter for them. Yeah, some way that they can, get out of it. But I said, I think this is like the first big weather, snow event we've had in quite a while. So I'm hoping it won't be too bad. But every time I don't get real worried about it, that's when I get hit.
It's funny because I'm the actual opposite over here at the moment. We've got a 20-odd day dry spell.
Oh, gosh.
Third of the way through it now. No rain at all. Nothing.
Is the fire still going, or has
I know, but I have not even had a chance to look.
Yeah.
I'm so busy.
I watched a lot of videos. It was so heartbreaking with the animals and stuff. It's just, oh my gosh. I would assume that there is probably still fires going because of the weather that we've had.
and the dryness.
Yeah.
They may be contained, but they're probably still burning. I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of my family live in that area, and they're actually volunteers or have been volunteers in the fire for years. But
Yeah.
now they're in their own properties. It's it's horrible. We've lost property in the Black Saturday fires, like family holiday house. My
Yeah.
grandparents lost all that.
Oh gosh.
Awful.
Yeah.
Here he goes, little shit.
There you go.
Oh, you're a turd. He just bites it and rips it and spits it and does it again. He's a shit.
Yeah. He's like, I'm gonna turn this paper down, bro.
So I'm gonna create havoc. He's such a turd. And he gets this evil eye, his ears prick up, and he's like,
like I said, they have such unique personalities.
oh, yes.
Like, I mean, they're like humans. You know, they have, each one has a different, you know.
Oh, yes.
So, but I've always liked cats. I'm like a dog too, but I guess I'm just a cat person.
But yeah, now I'm just cats. You're a shithead. This one.
I haven't a ball with
If I'm out of eye shot, you would think someone is pulling his fucking claws out because he howls.
That's what they do with me. If I go in the bathroom or shut a door that they can't come in with me, they'll sit at the door and just, yeah.
Yep. And when I'm on the toilet, he jumps into my pajama pants bottoms and falls asleep.
Oh.
My pants around my ankles. He falls asleep in there.
Yeah. He loves you.
So definitely a mum that one.
They're special.
Spoiled
I think they are.
My cat is a whore. Attention whore. Like we'll go to anyone.
I've got one like that. We need to get her fixed. All my cats are like little rescue cats, so you know they have their little issues and stuff. And so, but we have one that I have to get her fixed because anytime a male cat comes around the house or sprays or anything, she goes instant into heat. And oh my gosh, it's miserable.
All of mine are well. In Australia, you cannot buy a rescue unless it's microchipped, vaccinated, and desexed.
That's a really good ideal. These were just abandoned, and so you know, of course, I ain't gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna leave them. So that's kind of how I end up with. And then the kids will branch off and take one with them, or you know, so they kind of we filter them around the family, you know.
I had a beautiful tortoiseshell cat for 14 years. It was brought to me by my kids on a Mother's Day.
Yeah.
It actually, we went into the kitten cage and it jumped into my handbag. I'm like, yep, that's the one. So, and she slept on my pillow beside my head every night for 14 years. And 3 years ago, it took a while before I was ready to get another one. So I thought what I'd do is I would be a foster mum to, you know, the people that house or, you know, take in the animals and waiting for adoption. They can come and stay here and I'll, you know. That lasted once. The two I took home. I couldn't. And he was one of them. Him and his sister. I've got both of them.
I'm that way. I think.
No way I could give it back. Fuck.
Yeah.
No, it was like kidding. Epic fail. So what does he say? She leaves for hours at a time, going to all of the neighbours' houses, pretending she's been starved. Comes home after having 3 dinners there. Also, she needs to be held and petted 100% of the time, or she meows incessantly. It's good practice for a wife. Happy kitty, happy life.
Toothless can hear Ty's voice. Like if we're on the phone or, anything, she can hear her voice, but she comes flying. Like, where's she at? Because she babies them to death. She's around them. So they can hear her voice and come running. So say hi to her and then take off.
Because I'm here by myself, and half the time I don't have things on, or I'm either researching, so it's really quiet here.
Yeah.
Anytime I have visitors or noise, he gets really skittish. But he's also learnt now that I've got the Ring camera at the front door, and the sound that makes when someone's coming.
Yeah.
He jumps straight off the bed and pisses off. It's gone.
Go and hide while they're there.
Yep. He's so puppy.
I think mine's like that because, I don't, that's what I was saying a while ago about Toothless. If I start talking, because I'm usually, quiet. So anytime I'm on live like this or something, she'll them, checking out what I'm doing.
Pay attention. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Turds. Let me just. How many pages is this bloody thing got? Oh, I think that's been redacted. That's got 167 pages. That's probably a bit long. I'm looking at the Patty
Stockholm or
position.
Ain't that funny that her last name is that, like Stockholm syndrome? I have thought that since day one. They'll say her name, and I'm like, that's odd. Her job, and yeah,
it's probably a bit long to start up now. We're just hit the 2 hour mark, so it's 4 hours. I probably should get some sleep at some point. So maybe we'll do that on Sunday.
Okay.
Because Ty wanted to go through Brianna's and then Jason Eccles, and then circle back to Ian Ben's to compare.
To see the difference in how they talk to him. I told her, it's so hard for me to get through Jen's. Jen's is the hardest one for me. I mean, Sabrina's makes me so mad how they talk to her.
Yeah.
But Jen's, you could hear it in her voice,
Oh, absolutely.
And, her trying to explain to him, well, no, he didn't hold me down, but mentally.
It's still that abuse of power. It's still that overhead threat, the underlying word. You don't like
trying to talk them out of it. Is how I felt. Like he was trying to talk them back or to backpedal out of the story, to not cause problems, basically. And it's so hard. But she did so good. I think she did, because when they done her, she was actually in jail in Perry County.
Yeah.
So, she's still sitting in jail over what was going on, which was sad.
She was very precise. She was very, he tried to ask her the same question in different ways and she never faltered. So I think they deemed her as a bigger threat than Sabrina.
I do too. Because I think with Sabrina, I think they really intimidated her. I mean, are you sure that's what you've seen? Are you sure? And I just don't feel, there was a disrespectful tone, I guess. Like her what she was saying didn't matter anyway.
Even at the end of Jen's, he was saying to her, "Look, I'll go and look into it, but I can't promise anything." Fuck off.
And with her, another thing too is, he was like, "Can you get that number for me?"
That's your job, motherfucker. You're the investigator. She's in jail.
She's in jail. How's she going to get these? And when she even told him where to go get them, go get them from my husband or whatever, he still, well, she can get information.
This is in the fruit shop, was it? That's have you got their mobile number? No. So you're going to go, all right, this guy's, blackmailing me to pay my bill. to have sex with him, you're going to go and tell that to the guy that owns the fruit stall. And by the way, can I have your number? Yeah.
I tell you, I don't know. I've never had anything like make me that aggravated because, you listen to how they was with him. Supportive almost. It's okay. It's all right. We've all done things, it's okay.
Oh, yeah, don't let the mistake become the real problem or something. What was it?
That's an interview. He interrogated those women. That was no interview at all. That was an interrogation.
He coached Ben. He coached Ben through years.
I feel like he read off a piece of paper. I mean, it was just...
It's classic. It was classic, like, reducing the...
And who does an interview in the back seat of a car?
Yeah, exactly.
How professional are we going here? Just hop in the car. We'll record it. All right.
We basically coached him to tell the answer that he wanted to hear, to reduce the actual what's the word? Severity.
Yeah. Yeah. I really feel like it was downplayed a lot.
And the fact of asking them, and I do understand that he's probably got to get all the facts, but like you don't have to physically be held down for you and not to say no, for you to not give consent. Right? If you've got that overhead threat, and it's she's in custody, for fuck's sake. There is no, like, you know what I mean?
Well, she kept trying to even explain that to him. Yeah. I'm in jail right now for what happened.
Because his sister got pissed off because she said no to him.
Yeah.
His sister that works in drug court.
Well, you've got so many connections there. That is ridiculous. His sister, being sister's the one that's over drug court.
That's what I said. Yeah. So
it's a no-win situation.
You didn't fuck my brother, so I'm sending you to jail.
Yeah. Oh, you failed your drug test.
No, you didn't, but you did on paper.
Paper you did, yeah. I actually, one time, Caleb had one that come back like that. And he got in a car and he said, I promise you, I ain't done nothing. Yeah. And then I took him to the hospital and had him checked, blood or whatever. And he was clean. Mm-hmm. So he still got sent off for a sanction, but
And who do you complain that to?
You can't.
The judge. And the judge will go, sorry, you failed. Back to jail or rehab.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no.
It's a. If you sit down and think about the corruption and everything, and it's in every corner of that courthouse. I don't care what you're doing.
It's not just the courthouse; it's the whole thing.
You've got people are upset with the judge executive. With everything that's been going on with this whole flood money and funding that's come into town. That where's it at? And you've got this situation with the jail. You got this going on with the sheriff's department. There's actually, what would you call it? Credible.
They've got all their bases.
There's nowhere to turn, because you've got the attorneys like Mr. Dawson, and people like that had, things have been said about them that I'm sorry, wouldn't trust you, which.
They've covered all of their bases.
Huh?
They've covered all their bases.
Oh yeah, I mean all the way around.
Yep.
And it's like I joking around one time said it's like a family reunion at 8:00 every morning. When everybody clocks in, it's like, hey, we're here.
Clocks in.
So, and there's a lot of people with that situation that if the county was smart, which, but, there would be a lot of audits going on. I mean, if I was ever.
But who will prosecute them? Who? You can audit it, but you can't prosecute it because no one will prosecute it.
Yeah, they can refuse to. See, that's what they done with a lot of stuff. They'll come in and act like they're investigating and they're gung ho and then refuse to prosecute. So it looks good, but then
they go, just turn a blind eye. Here you go. I'll give you some extra.
Yeah. We'll sanction you and give you some kind of, this or that. And most of the time, it's not even that.
If the audit's okay, if not, this is what we're going to do. It's fucked. And when this all actually comes out in mainstream, people are just going to have their light blown. Like,
yeah,
they all think that it's a sex scandal with the judge. That's it.
And I do think it's going to come out. I really do, because it didn't or isn't, or I thought I read something where Mickey was actually supposed to testify for Sabrina.
Yes, in her civil case, which is about to start apparently.
So I'm very interested in what,
Are you able to get onto the Kentucky? Is it in Kentucky where it's going to be heard?
It should be. It should be.
With Kraft.
I don't know who actually, because it's civil, so it would be federal, wouldn't it? Or
okay, it would. Yes. Sorry. Yes. So you need to access those records. You need a Pacer account. So,
and she, somebody said the other day, we was talking about wondering why, what's her face, filed in London instead of, Letcher County, which I understand why not in Letcher County, but there's a federal building in Pikeville, but somebody in the comments had said it was closed. So that's why they're using London, instead of Pikeville.
Do you know anyone who's got a Pacer account?
And
did you know that in Kentucky, the law is you can only obtain court records and documents if you are a Kentucky citizen.
Really?
Yep. I cannot access any of it.
Gosh, that is crazy. That's kind of creepy because, Freedom of Information Act, you would think anybody could have access to it. But if they're doing it that way, they're monitoring everybody that's looking into anything.
That's right. No one on the outside of Kentucky can gain access. None. You have to provide your name, address, and your zip code before you even get into the system.
Can they legally do that? I wonder with the, like I said, Freedom of Information Act, they're supposed to.
Who creates the laws in the county?
Good question. Good question.
The judge that's allegedly dead now. So that's all they have to do. You create a law for your county.
I'm telling you, like I said, when everything popped off, it was like everybody was so confused. Who do we talk to? Who do we tell? Where do we go? What, because I don't think anybody's really ever had justice in that county for anything.
You know who I'd be referring them to? Allison.
Yeah. Yes.
I really want to I've been looking for an email address and it's not on New Function. I just can't seem to find it.
I think she has a TikTok and
I'd love to have her on here. Love to talk to her.
She's wonderful. I can honestly say, like, out of everybody that, we've met during this process and, and things, she has literally, I could call her at 10 o'clock at night and be like, what do I do? Or what do you think I need to do? Or, she'll tell you I'm not a lawyer, but, if it was me, and,
I thought she was an attorney.
Well, she's like a legal analyst. She was an attorney, and I think her husband is currently still. But I I don't know exactly, but she doesn't practice anymore. She does the legal analyst stuff and things for, is it News Nation and stuff?
Yeah,
So,
right. Yeah.
right, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but she is a wealth of knowledge. I mean, oh my goodness.
I think her persona as well. I just instantly liked it. I was instantly drawn to it, and she's not
snotty.
no, and you can tell that she actually has empathy and is interested. It's
She
not
does.
just yeah.
Yeah, that's like I said, you know, she gave all of us, you know, most of us her numbers and stuff. And, you know, and we keep her, she's in the loop with everything. You know, she's our kind of go-to, but like I said, she's always, you know, she's never kind of made me feel like, oh, you're aggravating me, or, you know, don't bother me, or, you know, but she's always been very, you know, right on it. If you ask her something or need her help or anything, she's really good, and she's really good with talking to the victims. I noticed that too. She has a way about her that, you know, makes you feel safe and comfortable, and it helps, you know, when because, you know, that a lot of trauma.
Validated, and you feel like you've been heard.
Yeah, and you know, and that's something that there's not a lot of that, you know.
Not there to capitalize off you either. Look, she's got no fight either. So
no, she's never, you know, they've never, you know, she'll tell us like if, you know, in the beginning it was kind of overwhelming because, you know, you had everybody coming from every angle, you know, and she was very helpful with, like, you know, be careful, you know, don't sign this, don't do this, you know, kind of, because I think a lot of people, when it first happened, was coming in almost kind of like taking advantage of the situation, you know, knowing that we was all desperate for help and desperate to try to get it out there. And, you know, they were some that I think took advantage of it because we thought we could trust and yeah, learn as you go.
Yeah. So they intervened and
you know, kind of give us a heads up, you know, like, just be careful, you know, with this, or don't say this, or, you know, kind of to keep us from, you know, getting in any kind of trouble, I guess, or send something up, you know. But she's a really good advocate for, you know, the victims and stuff. They all seem to pretty much trust her. Jody, I'm getting a call from Mom's nursing home. I'm going to turn or mute. Can you mute me real quick?
Yeah. Cool. Let her take that private call. And Archer's here. Alex Medell was interviewed in the car. Yes, he was in the front seat with who was it? The what do they call them over there? I can't think of the names, but did you see they actually on the behavior panel they did a analysis of that interview of Alex's like body language and what have you, and it's actually a really good analysis that they came up with. And I watched them the other day. They did what's his name? Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica. She did an interview and they were analysing her answers on, like, with regards to what happened to Charlie and how she feels about it and blah, 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 blah. And that was really interesting as well. So, I really I enjoyed listening to them because the four of them have their individual experiences and knowledge base, basically, and put their own input into it. That's something that I've
okay.
Yeah.
Right. I figured it out. I pushed the button. I get excited when I figure something out, you know. I did it. Normally I'll touch a button and it'll just throw me out.
Yep, that's my life as well.
Like I said, it's been constantly for the past 2 weeks. You know, it's like I said, I'm dancing between 4 parents trying to keep everything. So it's been a experience here lately.
You haven't had a chance to scratch yourself.
No, I'm wore out. I told Ty, I said I need, but it's a kind of a wore out. You just can't get rest on.
It's an exhaustion. You wake up feeling unrefreshed completely.
Like I haven't slept hardly at all.
Yep.
So yeah,
it's a fatigue that you can't explain either. Like that, you know how I was like I disappeared for that week.
Yeah.
I literally to open my eyes was an effort.
Yeah. Yeah. I think by Saturday, that's how I was, because I had ran all week long, and then like I said, I went to Virginia and spent the night and drove back, and
that was the week I was
miserable. I was in pain. Everything I had hurt and ached, and I said, you know, this is rough. So I haven't done a whole lot since Saturday. I just haven't felt like it. So just kind of been taking it easy. Trying to recuperate.
Yeah, you have to. Like, I was talking to Ty on Messenger this morning, and your last night, I think. Yeah, just having a bit of a rant. Actually, I don't know why. Because I was in pain and I was tired, and I had the cat had bloody spewed and just shit. Oh, the groceries were delivered. My back was killing me.
Yeah,
and I know it sounds like a little thing. But for me,
my kids don't understand either. When I'm in a lot of pain, I'm grouchy. I mean, I am grouchy. I
can't answer the phone. I can't. And I have to do a small thing. Like I tell you this, right? I've gotten that bad that I decided to make coleslaw the other night for dinner, and I just had to grate 1 carrot.
Yeah.
And because I've damaged like so many ligaments in this shoulder and that shoulder, I have very limited upper body usage, and so every movement of my arms is painful.
Yeah.
And I can't stand up anymore because of my spine, so I have to sit to do the chopping. But my bench is too high. So not only am I chopping with my arms raised like this, but then I had to grate this fucking carrot. I swear to God, it took
this shoulder, the one my main artery blew out in. And they had a tourniquet on for so long, which, I mean, I told them, cut the arm, whatever you got to do to keep me alive, do it, you know. And it done so much damage, I can't lift my arm. That's about as far as and it's like it's dislocated. It's how it feels. Like I just can't lift it. I can't do anything with it. So I've had to learn doing everything left-handed, you know.
I can't lift either arm above shoulder height.
Yeah. I've still got my left one, but the right one it's just useless. And, you know, it causes pain in your neck. Down.
It's like a claw.
Yeah.
So I can't grip things. I can't. My dexterity is fucked. I've got because I've got nerve damage. I've got limited sensation as well. So I drop and break things.
I'm the same way. I have no grip. Which the Renaud's has done a lot of nerve damage, you know, when my fingers, and so they're useless. I have to be real careful what I'm doing, because you know I'll get burned and everything and not realize what's even going on.
So making a cup of tea is fucking hard work for me. And it got to 4:30 this afternoon, and I said to Tyre, I'm still sitting here I haven't had breakfast because I've been running around. It takes me 3 times as long to do things.
Yeah.
By 4:30 in the afternoon, I've got half an hour now of business hours to catch up on 10 phone calls I was supposed to make yesterday.
Yeah.
I still haven't fucking made them.
I get that way. I have a hard time with that, you know, because my brain, it goes to jelly. Yep. So to have a conversation with someone about anything serious or that I need to know, you know, to keep, if I'm in pain or anything, it don't compute.
That's part of fibromyalgia. You get this brain fog. but I also get what's called anxiety amnesia. So if I become anxious, my brain
Just
shuts
kind
off.
of, yeah.
So I can see you, I can hear you. I'm hearing the words, but they ain't going through.
Right.
They're not processing.
Yeah.
At all. You're talking at me because I cannot process them at all.
Right.
It's fucked.
Yeah, yeah, it's miserable. I said, I get so aggravated sometimes with my email because you really don't know what part of your body you're going to wake up and it's going to be like, well.
Never, ever take your health for granted, ever.
No. That's the truth. I said I put my body through pure hell through my 20s and 30s. I didn't take care of myself. I, struggled, and was rough on myself. And I'm paying for it now. My back, my legs, it just makes everything 10 times worse. So I had my first spinal surgery. I think I was 20. I had Sarah. I was 25. I just had Sarah. So I was pretty young when they started, kind of cutting on me with stuff. So, and I finally just got to the point I was like, it's not helping. And the recovery time and pain and everything was just, to me, it didn't equal out. I was going through all this but it wasn't fixing anything. It was just, I had one procedure done that made it worse.
Yeah.
And I can tell you going in, I think the way the doctor explained to me, it's like a 30-30-30. It could be the same, it could be worse, or it could be better. You just kind of don't know what you're going to get. So those aren't good odds.
No.
No.
I can't even have surgery on mine because my spine is so. That was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
There
You
you go.
see, I had the degenerative, and yeah, mine they told me mine looked like a 70-year-old's, and I was like, thank you.
That's my spine now.
Oh God, Jody.
All of the dots are bits of bone floating around because it's crumbling.
Yeah.
There's 3 discs here that are out the back. So I've got 3 protruding discs, which is what causes pain when I stand up.
Yeah.
But I can't sit for too long either.
I can't either.
Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh girl. Oh my God. Yeah.
Fucked.
Painful. Yeah. Mine's the same way with the bone fragments, and mine's the same way. And I actually have a screw that's out of the plate, so that looks weird.
So if I'm ever late, I'm putting this on the record. If I'm ever late to a stream, it's because I'm trying. And I just got to wait to get the pain under control.
Right. I think that's me too. I disappear sometimes for a day or two, I'll get just from Ty. Are you okay?
Yeah. But I also put a lot of pressure on myself as well, I think. And like I've got this other case that I've been working on as well. It's a 30-year-old one, so it's not like it's active. But yeah, I've been trying to do one a week, and I feel so bad when I have to postpone it. I don't know why. I just like fuck. Why? Why do I feel bad?
It does me. I get frustrated. I'll have a list of things I need to do, and
I've always got a list going.
Yeah, and I got tickled. My middle child told me one time it's called the spoon theory. Like normal people have, say, 10 spoons. But I start out with 5 spoons. Just start out, and maybe they can get all 10 of theirs done, but I'm lucky if I've got 2 done. At the end of the day, I've accomplished something.
Yeah. Because you've got no, you're not achieving anything. There's no purpose. There's no goal. You're not progressing anything.
And that frustrates me. I have to get into something, researching or writing, which I enjoy writing. If I get stressed out or I'll sit and write. Just No, I've got notebooks and notebooks of just random thoughts and
Oh, I've got piles of notes from everything that I'm doing, and they just get piled on and piled on. Oh, there's an update. I'll put that in that pile. Oh.
yeah. I'm the same way.
She Teresa knows when she doesn't hear from me that I'm having a bad day. We normally speak every day.
Yeah.
And I disappeared for 5 days on her, and she was panicking. I didn't have to even message anyone.
Well, I know if I don't message Ty back and at least say, yeah, I'm having a bad day or something, she probably had SWAT team out looking for me or something. Yeah, so we're that way with each other because we're always worried about,
Yep, and that's
you know.
Yeah, because one day that might be needed,
Yeah. We keep up with each other. We've got apps, all of us on our phones that, we keep up with each other and, stuff. Huh?
You can see where you are.
Yeah.
Find it.
It tells it it's at Life 360, and like it'll tell you when their phones are running. I'll send me a message and say, plug your phone in.
Really? That bad?
Yeah.
Like find my phone linked together, so when we click on each other's contact, we can see where the other person is. And she was supposed to be at 6:30 tonight, and it was 7:10, and I'm looking at my phone going, get in the car, bitch. I know you're still at home. Funny. Oh, what was that?
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
I heard a book. You know, I said to you, my cat won't leave me.
Yep.
That's the one. Yes, buddy.
There's always a spicy one, and then there's kind of a goofy one, and then the loving one. So that's my 3 personalities that my 3 have. That goofy one that you just worry about,
Well, this is the one that just comes for something to eat and fucks off again. Like, I'm happy now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. But no, not when I'm not unwell. He's by my side everywhere I go.
Yeah.
It's nice though. I'm not gonna elaborate on that one. Because I'll go off on a tangent. Oh, all right, my lovely. Well, no doubt, I'll have 5 messages from Ty in 4 or 5 hours. So, we'll postpone Brianna's depot till Sunday then, Sunday night.
I'll do some digging and see what I can come up with, because that was just a spur of the moment, kind of look real quick to find it. So
it was for you, yes. We need a group chat set up so that everyone is like on the same page.
Yeah. We can do that on Messenger, I think. Like just to add each other to a group. I know we did it with me and Ty did it with our girls. She's got her and I've got Sarah on one that we all kind of.
That would save me having to text 2 people and stuff as well. So that's good, yeah. Good thinking. 99.
We use Messenger, I think, more than anything. Like with our communications and sharing stuff and things back and forth. So it just seems to be quicker, or I guess it gets our attention. Like me, I'm real bad about not checking my email. I need to get better at it, but I'm really bad about not checking it. But, if I see somebody's message, I'll, that gets my attention. But then I have to remind myself, go check email.
Well, if I've got, all right, the only thing I will send you is the stream links basically to your email.
Yeah.
But if I have to send you an email, I'll send you a message in Messenger to tell you to check your email.
Check your email, that's yeah.
Yes, you need a WhatsApp account.
WhatsApp. I have it on my phone. I don't know how to use it. I don't know the number. I've got to get on there and kind of piddle around with it, and it's like Instagram. I just got it like maybe.
Oh, I can't work Instagram out. No idea.
month ago, and so I'm learning, you know, how it works and stuff too. So
I have no idea on Instagram. But WhatsApp is just basically a texting app, pretty much.
yeah,
International, so it's internet based, like Messenger, I suppose. But you don't have to be a Facebook.
yeah.
Just a messaging app. Yeah.
I'll have to open it up and check it out.
And it'll be sent to your mobile phone number and my mobile phone number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. It's just set to that.
It's not complicated. I can figure that one out.
Yeah,
I'm getting a little better with stuff. I'm the kids told me, said start watching videos on YouTube, like how to's. You know, how to do this.
If you want to learn anything on YouTube.
Yep.
If you want to learn how to YouTube, it's on YouTube. That's how I learned. I watched how to create live streams for months.
What I've been doing with that laptop, I've been, you know, learning how to, you know, get on there and use templates and use, I think it's what, Excel in it or right. But I'm learning, you know, how to do different things with it, and it's got like I think it's called Copilot, and it's like kind of like Chat GPT, and so that's helped a lot too, because you know you can kind of ask it to help you get or give me instructions or something how to do it. I do better though, instead of reading instructions, watching somebody, and then I can pick it up really quick if I watch somebody do it.
Oh hell yeah, that's how I learn.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to let me do an experiment, because I reckon there is nothing that you can ask YouTube that it will not be able to find. So I'm going to ask it a question. All right, you ready? Get off there. Sorry, Brian. How do you light a fart?
I bet you this video. Oh my gosh. The jar method. I'd be scared to set my pants on fire.
If you're a curious mind.
I told you.
That was kind of serious hole.
I'm putting this to the test, and I have a fart in the jar, and we're gonna see if we can light it on fire. 3, 2, 1. Oh! What? That was crazy. It smells so bad. I'm putting this to the test, and I have a fart in the jar, and we're gonna see if we can light it on fire. 3,
yeah, that would stink.
1.
Oh! We didn't make it flat down.
That was crazy. It smells so bad. I'm putting this to the test, and I have a fart in the jar, and we're gonna.
Do you know how many people have actually burnt all the hairs off their arms while doing that? Oh my god.
इस वीडियो को देखने के बाद आपको यकीन नहीं होगा, क्योंकि जब ये लड़की एक जार में अपना फाट कलेक्ट करती है और उसमें लाइटर से आग लगाती है, तो देखते ही देखते उसमें आग लग जाती है। हे प्रभु, क्या कर दिया इसने? क्योंकि हमारे फाट में मीथेन और हाइड्रोजन गैस होती है जो फ्लेमेबल होती है, इसीलिए इस लड़की ने
I have to crop this. Oh my goodness.
Farts are produced when your digestive system breaks down food and gases like nitrogen, carbon dioxide.
I don't know how many times I blamed my kids when I wasn't listening.
Well, we know that anything you can think of is on.
Told you.
You're so immature. No, watch.
Oh my lord. There you go. Miss Busted. Come on, Tricia. You knew it was gonna go somewhere.
We had to end on a good a giggle. I had to end on a giggle.
All right, my lovely. Thank you for joining me at short notice.
I'm sorry, I was off track.
No.
I talked your head off. So
No, don't apologize at all. It was nice catching up with you, actually.
all right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, love you long time.
Too.
Oh dear. See? You just never know where I'm going to go. It's always going to be in the gutter somewhere, though. Always. Oh, yes. Is it my bedtime, is it? Are you telling me it's time to go to bed? All right, I'm coming. Oh, I've got 3 of them around me. All right, my loves. Thank you again for joining me. I'm going to have to go and update the title now of the stream. Otherwise, it'll be clickbaity. I don't like promoting something that I'm not providing. There was all intentions to do so, though. Never mind. We'll get there in the end. Yes, I'm coming. Oh, Lord. Get off the keyboard. Oh. The magic disappearing tail across the screen again. All right. I think I've set the Martin stream for... Yeah, no worries, sweetheart. Actually, can you please check that I got the time right for the Martin Bryant stream? I think I set it... I aimed to set it for your Sunday night, maybe, or Monday night. I think it was Sunday night. I don't remember. Just tell me what it says on your end, because I can't. Brain gone. And keep in touch with me, please, on the weekend to let me know that you're okay. All right. Thank you again. Now, I always forget to do this. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. Give us a sub. It's all free. Don't have to pay for it. Turn your notifications off if you want to hear from me. But they all get included in the algorithm, and it will get, what's going on in Kentucky, get that message out to a bigger audience, which is what we're trying to achieve, basically, at the end of the day. So, if you can't be good at it. Oh, shit, have I set it for 8 a.m. Saturday morning? Okay. I think I've stuffed it, but thank you. I can work that out now. So yes, can't be good, be good at it. Be good to your mother. And hasta la vista, bitches. Out.
Whispers in the shadowed halls, a judge's gavel, justice stalls. Hands that should protect, they take, turn lives to ash, left hearts to break.
But in the silence, voices rise.